Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about the RedCat 64, what I think about it, what upgrades we've done so far, and my plans with this RC, and I guess my overall opinion of what I think about the RC so far. So I want to show you guys real quick what I've done here. We did do the LED upgrade, and I do need to clean these wires up a little bit. We may zip tie those. I've got them loose right now so that I can easily get the body off and on. The actual, I guess you could say the module right here where you plug everything in, I went ahead and mounted that on the inside of the door here. I've seen it done that way on YouTube and it seems to work out fine. You could mount it here if you wanted to. So I found this to be the best option. This is a real easy upgrade. Basically all you do is you mount this module here with a double-sided sticky tape, and each one of these plugs has its own slot and it can only fit in one way. So you plug those in and you have a Y connector here where you'll unplug the ESC right here from the receiver, and you'll plug that in here, and then you'll use the other side, the male end, to plug in here in the receiver. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on real quick. You can see the lights here on the inside of the body, how we've got them glued in. I did kind of mess up here when I glued these in. I should have reversed that because now we don't have a lot of play here in this line. This one here, we got a little more play in it. This one not so much. So as long as we don't hit that line, we should be all right. The back end came out pretty good, so no issues there. Overall, I'm really happy with the LED lights. So that was our first upgrade. We'll go ahead and put the body on, and then I'll show you the rims that we got on here. This is a lower profile tire, so the tires aren't as big as the stock tires. The gold tires actually, to me, look better. The only downside is, because they are smaller, when you are hopping the RC, the front end will kind of smack the concrete or ground wherever you're driving it. So that is one downside to it. However, one upside to the RC is, with these tires, is you can kind of hit three-wheel motion without that tire rubbing on the inside, because the tires are actually a little bit smaller. I wanted to show you guys exactly what each control does here on the radio. We never touched on that on the unboxing. By the way, if you missed that video, guys, go check it out. We did the unboxing here for the RedCat 64 in our first impressions video. That's here on the channel. This switch right here is your hopping switch. You hit that switch and that'll make it hop. This switch right here will raise up the front end. It'll also lower it. These two switches here control your back wheels. If you lower one down, there's your three wheel. If you lower them both down, then you're back to where you started. This is your reverse, and that is your forward. That's your left and right, turning left and right. If you do have the front raised up and you want to drop it real quick, press this button and that'll drop it. When you release, it'll come back up. Same thing, if you raise these up, you hit this button, that'll drop the rear end, you let off of it, it'll come back up. This is a really nice radio too. From what I understand, it is programmable. There is a cable that does come in the box where you can plug it up to your PC and do updates. As of right now, I'm not sure, the update might have addressed this, but for me, this switch does nothing. So I don't know if in the future, or it might have already happened with the update. I haven't really looked into that. This may be used for something by now, I'm not sure. You do have your trim buttons here on the radio. And of course you're navigating through the menus. So now that we've taken a look at the radio, and we can see all the features of what it does, let's talk a little bit about the RC itself. There are some weights here in the back. This is a quite heavy RC, guys. Right here in the rear, it's pretty heavy. And there are some flat weights in here. We'll go ahead and take those out of the box. I'll let you guys see that. I haven't adjusted the weight in the actual RC. There is a way to do that. But as far as performance, the way it drives really good for what it is. It's not going to drive real fast. This isn't your speed racer or anything like this. This is more of a collectible RC that you upgrade and customize and make your own. So we won't be doing any speed runs with this one, unfortunately. So with that being said, I'm still getting used to this type of control, you know, driving with sticks. But because it doesn't go that fast, it's not really an issue. I understand why RedCat did that. I mean, all these options, all these switches that you have here wouldn't fit on your standard pistol grip radio. So I understand why it's more of a aircraft radio. I see why they did that. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the things in the box. These are the weights I was telling you about. Now these are the extra weights that come in the kit. And what you do with these is you put them, there's a spot right here under the rear, because most of your weight is here in the rear of the vehicle. That's just the alarm on the radio letting me know we're sitting idle. But these are actually pretty substantial in weight. I'm not sure what they weigh, but if I'm guessing, I would say this is probably close to a pound right here. Easily. When we do speed runs with the Rustler VXL or the Bandit VXL, these may be just the right size to fit in that front end to keep the front wheels down and to keep it out of a wheelie. So we may experiment with these on other RCs to see what we can use them for, especially in speed runs. So I wanted to show you guys that. And we can get into the rear end underneath of the chassis here and take some of the stock weights, just like these, out of here and kind of play with the hopping mechanism. You can adjust the way this car hops by doing that. I wanted to show you guys real quick too, the LEDs. That's the front. And this is the rear. And we do have the reverse lights that come on when we reverse it. I really like the LEDs. They give it more of a scale look, but I will say that with these LEDs, it's more of a pain putting the body off and on. When you put this body on, this has to be face down, and I usually either do it in my lap or I'll there's a foam insert here in the box, I'll lay it upside down, and you got to lay this piece on top. The body clips actually mount right here underneath. And in this spot right here, this is what I was telling you about. You unscrew this right here, the weights are all right here in the rear. That's to help you with the hopping when you're hitting switches. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my overall opinion so far after owning the RC for a while. And I guess, how I feel about it, because this is a very pricey RC for what it is. I mean, you're talking $600 for this kit. For $600, I would say it's worth it to the right person. To me, it's worth it because I used to collect these back in the day, and we also used to build them back in the day with the little motors and stuff. So this does bring back a lot of memories of, you know, back when I was a teenager and I was all into the lowrider magazines and stuff like that. So for somebody like me, I say it's worth it. But to the average consumer, $599 may be a little too steep for what this is. So with that being said, I gotta say the build quality is great. The car does look really scale. RedCat did a really good job of capturing the legendary 6.4. So they did a really good job with that. It looks very, very scale. I'm really impressed with that. It drives pretty decent for what it is. I may go back to the stock tires. I like the way these look, but like I said, with these on, I feel like it performs a whole lot better with the stock tires, being that they're bigger and they have a lot more cushion when it comes to hopping. So, I guess that's all I got for this video. Appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. We will have more upgrades for the RedCat 64. We're going to start doing some chrome upgrades here underneath the chassis. A lot of things to come with this one. I'm really going to go all out with this RC. If you're new to the channel, or you like what we do here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. This is RC Reviews signing out, and I will see you next time. Later.